Live. I don't hear you, mind. What you saying? You over there bobbing his head and got me over here limelighting. What's going on, y'all? I'm trying to get this audio together. Can y'all hear us? You jamming, but I hear nothing. Turn that radio on, mine.
Oh, I got a team.
You jamming by yourself.
You feel?
You jamming by yourself.
You can't hear it?
Nah. Yeah, I can't hear nothing. We're good though. We got a few viewers. Hey, hit the like button, say something, let us know you're here.
You can't hear it, man. I don't even waste time playing it. But I'm jamming, boy. That Drake going in. I got
I got you now.
Really big thing. Hey, we need
I got
really big range. You hear me?
I hear you.
Oh. Because I got the eye on me. I got a mile on me. Hey. Anonymous MCs, baby. Go in the AM. You understand? I don't know. Hey. The other don't know about that.
Definitely. Definitely.
What you know about that 4 in the AM? AM.
We got audio. We good. Y'all come on and hit them like buttons.
4 in the AM. 4 in the AM. Hey, man, shout out, man. This is Birmingham Let's Talk. I am one of your co-hosts, Lavert Andrews.
And I'm Jonathan Haddon.
Hey, and we are live tonight, not at the studio, but we are just making sure we all stay protected. We don't want to get caught out there in that rain. Hope you are being protected in a safe place as we have some inclement weather coming through our area very shortly. John, what we got, man?
Man, loaded show, a lot to talk about. We got high school sports, college sports, and much more. It's that week, man. It's that week in December. It's that week.
The first weekend in December.
It's the final week, baby.
Hey, man, we got some teams in the final 7. The Super 7 will be played at Auburn University beginning tomorrow with the with the Thompson and Auburn rematch from a few years ago at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Then we move right along. Super 7, we come back, got some more games on Thursday. Starting off with 3A, 1A, and finishing with the 5A game. And then on Friday, the final day, you have 4A, 2A, and ends with 6A. All right, and that is the Super 7 will be held this year at Auburn. We know it alternates between Auburn, Alabama, and now Protective Stadium.
Yes, sir, and that's big. But down. Man, I want to say about how prophetic you was down there in Auburn.
What happened, man? Tell me what
down there.
I be forgetting.
Yeah, man, you down there in that Auburn, man. You were down there with Rams that played Auburn. You were like, hey, man, we might be back down here in Auburn. And now look like you're going to be headed back to Auburn.
Oh, ain't no looking, baby. We are there. They got the buses booked. Boom. Rams will be participating in the Ram Walk. Man, shout out to Ramsey High School, man. I'm gonna continue to say it, man. This, hey, man, the premier program in Birmingham City Schools, not just this year, talking ever. We've said it on the show. I'm gonna continue to say it. You put Ramsey against any program in Birmingham City Schools history. I was having a discussion with Lamar Hodge, and he was telling me about Banks, and he was saying Ramsey is like 1 year away from breaking Banks' 10-year record.
Wow.
But like I told him, I said, man, get what? Banks don't exist. You know what I'm saying? And we talking about modern Birmingham City Schools, post-integration, complete full integration. Ain't nobody did what Ramsey has done. Nobody. They
got that Key Square going on the hill, don't it?
Ain't nobody done what Ramsey has done, man. And I'm being honest with you, it ain't even close. It's not even close. If I go back and just looking over my lad 30 years, like, you know what I'm saying? We started high school 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, just looking at that time period from now, there's nothing that compares to what Ramsey has done over these past 9-10 years, man. Shout out to Coach Jackson and Coach Nelson and everybody who had something to do with the Ramsey program getting started and getting to where they are today, man. Miss Horn, Miss Bowers, Mrs. Waters, Dr. Sullivan, Miss Dr. Nettles, Miss Fels, Dr. Walker, Coach John Benjamin, Coach Kelly Cheatham. Man, the list goes on and on, man. The people who started this program and have brought it to where it is now. Finna play for the second title in 6 years.
2 titles, playing for 2 titles in 6 years. That is a huge feat. And so, man, when you talk about programs and perennial powerhouses around the city, I can't think of one. That even matches the consistency. So, you know, you say 2 in 6 years, but look, they've been to the 4th round twice, been to the 3rd round once or twice.
Been to the 3rd round 5 times.
5 times. Oh, I'm talking about since I've been here.
5 times.
Since I've been here at Ramsey. Since I've been at the program, I'm looking at just the continued discipline and dedication to being excellent. And so now they've set themselves up for a very, very good situation. They're headed down to Auburn to play a good team, a well-coached team in Charles Henderson. But before we get into the future relay, man, we got to talk about the game.
Okay.
Because the game was Pleasant Grove at Ramsey at Legion Field again.
Check it out.
And that's the story.
Hey, so last week we had the head coach of the Pleasant Grove Spark Zone, Daryl LeBeau, and he said that the Ramsey and Pleasant Grove game is not a rivalry.
That's what he said.
I disagree.
I disagreed on the show. I told him, I said, hey, man,
I disagree.
Folks, even your folks writing is a rivalry.
Man, I disagree. Man, I just think about all the stuff that has gone on in that rivalry, man. I remember the first game 5 years ago when Coach LeBeau took over. Ramsey won 32-9. Man, that's a long time ago, man, but that was a very eventful game. And man, there's so much that went on. I saw a post yesterday. Kid posted a picture from the game in 2020. And he was like, man, this game should have a 4-part series. Basically like a 30 for 30 series on, you know what I'm saying, on this game. But if you look at it, man, like, because we witnessed all of it. See, like, people don't know about the JV game that Ramsey won 13-0 after that first win. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was some stuff went on in that game.
Right.
Some stuff went on in that game that Friday, the first ever game. Like, it was some stuff went on. Folks don't know about it. We're not gonna talk about it. Stuff that went on in that JV game. Not gonna talk about it. The next year, Ramsey defeats Pleasant Grove by 28 points
in the regular season. Yeah.
And then loses in the 3rd round of the playoffs by 29. That's a 57-point swing. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Man, how you beat somebody by 28 points and then lose by 29?
I just show you how good both teams are, man. And both teams have been well coached. Both teams, they got athletes all across the board. Both teams have programs. And see, when we talk about this football thing, we talk about programs. See, it's okay. You know, some schools in the city have had a 10-0 season. and then haven't repeated. We're talking about the consistency of a program. And these two have is almost predictable. We'll see you in the third or fourth round. And it's almost a sure shot. And they both were in the same region. And they have been in the same region.
Man, you got to see the other teams
every time.
Hey, check it out. The other teams in the region, every other team in that region, Region 5, 5A, has a losing record on the season. That's crazy. Every other team in the region has a losing record. But check it out. Pleasant Grove and Ramsey are the two highest rated teams in 5A.
In 5A. My. And so when you look at that, man, that just say it's just a testament to, number one, the coaching. It's a testament to the schools and the support from the community. It's so many things, because I remember when Pleasant Grove was okay. This year, might miss a year and come back a year. I remember those early years of Ramsey. But since they've gotten to the pinnacle, they maintain success, man. And so that's all part of the programs and what's being done at the foundational level.
Hey, let me give the people this is another little history lesson that go back.
Let's do it.
Check it out. This goes back before Coach LeBeau.
Okay.
And this actually, check it out. This is actually the game that we say jump-started Ramsey program.
Okay.
Ramsey started varsity football in 2013. 2012 went 1-9. Then in 13 went 2-8. Well, in 2014, Ramsey went from 2-8 to 10-2.
Okay.
I'm talking about a big turnaround. Had a class of freshmen that went 2-8, and they all played as sophomores. That's the guys that won the championship in 16. They all played as freshmen, started as sophomores, and were 3-year starters. All right. Well, Pleasant Grove at the time was ranked number 2 in the state, and we played them in the second game of the season.
Okay.
And we beat the number 2 out of them. And that was the game that we say started Ramsey football program, defeating Pleasant Grove. And it's so crazy because they went on the next week and they lost to Parker, and they actually started the season 1-2. And then they came back, got it together, and that team regrouped and went to the state championship. They lost the state championship in 14, Pleasant Grove. So Pleasant Grove has been to the championship more than those 3 years with Coach LeBeau. They also lost in 14.
Wow. So if you're going all the way back to 14, and we're looking at what's happened in the last 4 years, it just, man, Ramsey is doing the thing.
Yeah, Ramsey. Man, tell me the last time a city school made the playoff 9 straight years.
I can't remember one.
Me either. I'm just being honest. I can't.
And not just to make it, but to win. Most teams get exit in the first round. Might make it to the second round, but it ain't many city teams that can say they've been to the third and fourth round consecutively and then making it to the championship game. So,
what? Man, shout out to the Fagan Twins. Them my boys there too.
Winona. Hensley made to the third round 1 year.
When?
What's that, 89?
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to think, like,
who was your granddad? Man, who made it?
The year Tony Russell and them was their last year, 88, 89. So that's been a long time.
Oh, that boy went back to the granddad today, boy.
Boy, yeah. I'm
okay, 89.
But
Unc them.
Yeah, my 2 cousins played on that PG team. Yeah, the Fagans. Okay.
Yo, shout out to the Twins. We know the Twins. They're my son homeboy too. Akeem. They
okay. But shoot, man. So looking at the game, if you had written a perfect script from Ramsey, that would have been it. Not only did they get behind the sticks and the scoreboard, but they've done what they've done all year. They played a complete game in the second half. It's been like bounce back every time. So I walked in that game thinking like, oh Lord.
Man, shout out to Ramsey coaching staff, man, for keeping those guys together, man. They've been down in several games, but Nobody's out there putting their head down. You can see the guys. Come on, man, we still gonna win. We knew we was gonna win. I told y'all we was gonna win. Man, that comes from practicing and understanding what you got and what you do, man. So I've seen teams fall behind and put their head down, and I've seen coaches fall behind and put their head down too.
Yeah.
So shout out to that sideline, man, for keeping those guys in those games, especially 2 weeks in a row in the playoffs to very good teams. You fall behind, and you just dominate the second half, man.
It just don't look like the first half happened.
Yeah, man, just dominate.
And shout out, what's up, Calvin? Shout out to the trainer in the Birmingham area that has assisted the team to be in shape for the seasons.
For sure. Shout out to Coach L, man.
Coach L.
I know step by step. That's my guy. Shout out to Coach Leonard Stevens.
And Otis, MDF is also had his hands in the Ramsey program as well. So
definitely
2 very good trainers who have a record of producing very good fruit. So yeah, shout out to both of those guys for the product that they put out. And I mean, come on, man, the game number 2. Because I made the prediction. I based mine on history. I said that it was going to happen like it happened the last time. And the thing that changed the game was number 2. 2 things that I saw in that game. Number 1, quarterback change that brought in your passing, and your running game just opened wide up. Number 4 makes a big time throw. Shout out to Keenan on a big time throw to start that third quarter.
Hey man, go on talk about Keenan, man. Me and you talked this weekend, man, and you was very proud.
Oh yeah.
Okay, man. Go on tell the people, some of your sentiments, and yeah, we talked about the redemption story, man. Go on.
Man, listen here, man. The kid started last year, came in this year, got injured, and seemed to have lost his job to a young man that is dual threat, a little bit more agility and ability when it comes to the run game and the RPO game. But he never sunk his head. And when called on, he stayed right. He stayed locked in. So many young guys would have laid it down, pouted it out, had a cancerous type attitude, but Cam Keenan stuck it out, and in 2 weeks straight was the changing agent of the team's success in the second half. He played phenomenal in the Leeds game, but this game, I was like, man, if this is not a redemption story, I don't know what it is. It almost reminded me of the Jalen Hurts Tua situation, like real talk. It was like he came to say today, and it looked kind of like that, but it just goes to a testament to the team, man. Like I said last week, this team is a team. When I see teams, I got an interception, I'm going in and I throw my boy the ball because he ain't got no pick returns for the year or whatever the case may be. You don't see that every day.
Come on, man.
Especially not in no high school.
Come on, man.
It just shows
you take the touchdown.
These guys are very different. And in that Leeds game, he was the difference maker because 5 was having a bad game that game. Now, I'm not sure if his game was so off in his second game, but you're just able to, number 4 just opened up the Pandora's box. And it's like everybody was planning for 5, but you can't just plan for 5. You got to plan for 5 and 4. And 4 is a difference maker. He dropped that baby in there, man. I was like, man, that is nothing. Shout out to his trainer, Demetrius Price. Man, that was nothing but a barrel throw. I'm looking at it, I'm saying, ooh, he dropped it in the garbage can, baby.
Hey, boy, they don't know about them garbage can tosses. They don't know about
the garbage can toss, man. He dropped it in the can. It was perfect, man. Like, not many college boys make that throw. And it was in the bread basket, and it was just phenomenal. So, not only that, man, this is what I want to say. In the redemption era that we are in now, because everybody enters the transfer portal, and everybody, if I can't get the start, I go leave because I got to shine. That kid shine for his team. So number 4, I know number 2 probably got the accolades for the game, but if I had to give a game ball, me playing quarterback, me knowing that position and have coached them, and I'm giving you the game ball for it. You get the Jane Words clap.
I got you. My game ball go to 2. Hey, I've been saying it on this show all year, man. Get a ball to two. Get a ball to two. And two, man, he don't disappoint, man. I'm telling you, man, I've been liking two since he was a freshman. Man, I can remember, man, in the second round of the playoffs as a freshman, he had 4 touchdowns in the second round of the playoffs as a freshman playing varsity football, man. I just always been a fan of Ashton, man. I can remember at WJ Christian when he was over there playing over there, and they was like, hey, man, that running back, he coming to Ramsey. And we already knew what time it was going to be, man, when he got there. You know what I'm saying? Pancake. Shout out to Pancake.
Pancake, baby.
Back Birmingham Player of the Week, and he's nominated again for the 3rd week in a row, man.
2 times in the playoff, baby. That's hands down phenomenal. But again, we talked about this recipe early on in the season. When you get November, you got to tote that timber.
The ball a little different. It's just a little different in November, man. That's all.
And it has worked. Last week, I think he had about 25 touches, 200 plus yards.
Hey, shout out to the O-line too, because hey, I'm gonna tell you. So Rashida's post, she say, shout out to the get the O-line the game ball. Check it out, man. Ryan Reese posted a picture. He said, "Who can't run through this hole, baby?" When I tell you, the whole picture was nothing but a hole in Ashton in that thing, but they blocked that baby to perfection. You hear me?
Hey, they did. Listen, man, on the game, what I call a game breaker, the touchdown when 2 hits the hole. Like seeing the play, just seeing it from our vantage point. I knew it was gone once he got the ball. That baby opened up like Frito, baby. Pew! That dude was wide, baby. It was wide.
I said that boy ran straight to Auburn, boy. Hey, non-stop. That boy going straight to Auburn.
Hey,
hey.
I can hear Blair. He got my linebacker, baby. He got my linebacker, man. When he hit that pull and kicked out, I said, go.
Hey, man, speaking of Blair, man, I just saw Blair, man. I just went and hugged Blair, man. Man, shout out to Coach Cedric Blair, man. Coach Blair, both you and I, we both got to Ensley High School in 93, in the fall of 93. We were both sophomores. We didn't attend Ensley as 9th graders, either one of us. But Coach Blair was already there. He's been there. He's been coaching in Birmingham City Schools for over 30 plus years, man. Never been on the sidelines in the championship game. I think about when LeBeau was talking last week, and he was like, I'm just grateful to go to the championship 3 times. You know, people are hard on me because we didn't win one, but there are coaches who have never been. That kind of put me in the mind. I was thinking about Blair, man. You know, some coaches ain't never been, man. No. Been head coaches, assistant coaches, coaching in this game for 30 plus years of high school, dedicating your life to kids and pouring into them. And man, for Coach Blair to get the opportunity to coach in a championship game, man, I just went to Blair, man. I hugged him, told him I love him, and told him, man, go get that ring, man. I want you to have that ring, man. For it's bigger than Ramsey with me with Coach Blair in that ring, man. I told him, go do that thing for the E-Dogs, baby. He said, we're going to do that thing for Ensley, baby, for the E-Dog. It's hard for the spell. Even a good baby cry sometimes.
Even a good baby cry sometimes. Man, I could just hear him saying, he got my linebacker, man.
Well, can't catch a cold butt naked in Alaska.
Butt naked, coach. So, man, shout out to Blair, man. You know, he was my OC. He was my OC, and got to Parker. He had some success. But just getting there, man. So, I want him to not just get there. I want him to be there, enjoy it. And then we'll celebrate. I'm gonna have to take him out to eat on the way back just for GP, man. I have to give him a chicken therapy special.
We need an Ensley reunion anyway, man. We need an Ensley football reunion or something. Me and Jeremy Kirk were talking about that at one point, man. Coach Langford, he all on it, man. Y'all need to go and do it. Hey, man. So I've been hearing this a lot this week too. So last week I made a comparison to 2016 and 2022.
Okay.
People listen to me. I know some people got upset because one of the 16 players came to me and he was telling me, well, you know, we was 6A, and I got you. What that mean? You know what I'm saying? He was telling me all this stuff, man. And I said last week, and I'm going to say it again. And John, I want to do a position by position breakdown of 16 and 22.
Okay.
And I want everybody to understand that from my eyes and vantage point, I saw both teams. Man, 2022 is better, man. I'm sorry, man. Man, listen, man. They play with a level of swag that you don't see, man. The 16 team they were, man. Hey, man, this team is loaded, cuz.
Before we bring on our guest, because I see our guest is in the studio. Before we bring on our guest, before you do that, because we can do that on the second half.
Okay.
I want you to just remember this. The first JV game of this class, when we was over there playing a 6-18, we're going to come back to that. But the first JV game that this team played, and everybody who's juniors and seniors played in that game.
They were on that JV team.
And when we walked away from that field, me, you, and Chad, and what we said,
this team will win the championship.
But what we saying while they were playing and we were making these adjustments was crazy.
These boys loaded, man. I told them boys right there at Hewitttown when they was 9th and 10th graders, all of them. The only one who was not playing in that JV game that's playing right now is James Jones and Noah Sanders.
That's it.
Every other kid that's a junior and senior played in that JV game. I told them then, hey, y'all gonna win a state championship. Y'all are loaded. Man, that team loaded.
So, man, it is what it is on that. Our guest is in the studio. You ready, Coach?
Go on, bring him in.
Here it is.
Whoa! We got the coach of the Ramsey Rams.
Run Coach Pop is in the house. What's
man,
up,
shout out to Coach Pop, man. What's up, Coach? You can take yourself off mute. You're on mute, Coach.
Yeah, unmute yourself.
I still can't hear him. Turn your volume up.
Uh-oh, he got stilled on us. Oh, it's all good. All right, let me do this right here and see, can I get him?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Got you loud and clear now, Coach. What's up, man?
I can't hear you guys.
You can't hear us? Can you hear us now?
I can't hear you guys.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see. Can I flip the script and make something happen here?
While John fixing that, we will want to give a shout out to Coach Ronnie Jackson of the Rams football team. Second year coach of the Rams, taking his team to the 5A state championship game this Thursday at 7:00 at Auburn University versus Charles.
Hey, do you want me to go back in? Because I can't hear you guys.
Yeah, log in and come back in.
I can't hear you.
Log out and come back in.
Can you hear me now?
No, we can hear you, but you can't hear us.
I can't hear you guys though.
Log out, come back.
All right.
Log out and come back.
We got it. All right.
We'll check it in the back page and okay, so but yeah, having a little tech difficulties, this rain just started picking up too. So I'm sure that's got a little bit to do with this. But nevertheless, so Pleasant Grove, not Pleasant Grove, Hueytown, Ramsey, JV game. This team, and I think that was the COVID year. All right.
Yes.
Can you hear us now, Coach?
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Good to
All
go.
right, all right. Hey, man, shout out to you, Coach. Man, Coach, man, listen, man. Before we get started, John got all them questions, man.
Okay.
We just want to let you know, man, we're so proud of you, man, what you have done, rebuilding and redefining this team. We talked about it a little bit last week on the show, how you lost almost all of your staff, rebuilt the staff, kept the guys together, just redefine. We talked about like the team not missing a beat when Coach Nelson left, and I actually said that they actually gained a beat. It looked like the team has more of a pep, more of a step than they had previously. Only thing we can attribute that to is you and your guys, that your staff in there. So, man, we definitely want to give you kudos and shout out to that, man. We do not want that to go unrecognized, man. The great job you have done in not only keeping this program afloat, but taking it to a whole new level, man. So shout out to you, Coach. Big time.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. And I tell everybody, this is definitely not me. Man, I my foundation, man, like when it comes down to it, I never thought about it when I was younger. My grandfather was a pastor, and he would always take me to to his definitely at church daily, but he also taught at the Bible college, and I'm like the only little kids in the Bible college, just like, why am I here? And so now that I think about it, man, I'm just grateful, man, just to have that kind of background. And when you have that kind of background, man, I'm just saying everything that you learned back then, you see it for now. Like I'm just thankful, man, to have a good group of coaches around me too. So I appreciate y'all, man.
Well, shoot, man. I work with you on both ends of the ball. Mm-hmm. And I've kind of just sat back and kind of watched for the last year. And I got to ask you this question because you ready? It ain't deep.
Yeah.
Man, how does it feel? How does it feel, Cole?
Man, it's unbelievable, man. Like again, I never even thought about being in this position, and so I just wanted to be the best offensive coordinator I can be. And when I was running back coach, I just wanted to be the best running back coach I can be. And God led me here. And so again, I prayed, got on my knees, like, Lord, I can't do this by myself. I need some strong men with character around me. And when I say he showed up and showed out, my staff, man, I got to give it up for my staff, man. These guys go above and beyond. And so this past weekend, I don't know if y'all saw on Facebook, I had to show my appreciation, man. Like steak dinners, baby, like ribeyes. So potatoes, corn. I had to let them know how much I appreciate them, man.
Man, cause nothing, they never gave us no steak.
Hold on, I'm gonna say, wait a minute now. Oh man, y'all get off me. We had Papa though. Man, don't do my boy like that. No, but
I want to show my appreciation, man.
And yeah, we did capture a little bit of those photos, man. Super excited for you. So tell me this, Coach. Going from coordinator to coach.
Oh.
Year 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
How much did last year serve as a year of preparation for you?
Well, I can say this, man. Not even just last year. I don't know if y'all realize it, but being an elementary PE teacher for 20 years, and all of a sudden you're in high school. And my first year in high school, it was during the pandemic, so there weren't many kids there. So that really wasn't my first year. So last year with those guys was really my first year at the school. Like I was always coming for 20 years. I've always left my elementary school and just showed up to practice. So I couldn't tell you what went on in school. I don't know what our guys were doing. So you talking about an adjustment, and people don't realize, like, I had to figure things out. It was a lot of on-the-job training, like watching to see what are my guys doing in class. Like, you should be in the front of the class, you know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure we're not wearing slides every day. We're not sagging every day. So it's like I had to make sure I was more visible this year. Last year, it was more of trying to get in the feel of it. This year, it was trying to adapt to the school and the teachers. And you guys know, our Ramsey teachers, I love them to death, man. And they really make sure they get all their assignments done. And it's just like, it's a lot. It's a lot on them. You know what I'm saying? So it was an adjustment. But again, once I adjusted, I had good guys around me. So that they made it better and easier for me.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, Coach, man, I'm big on the we on the second championship run right here, man. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You was there in 16, and you know, hey, tell me similarities and differences between 16 and 22.
Oh man, like I want to try to compare, man, but I just feel like this is a whole different group. Like this group got a different type of swag. and they're different. Like I'm still kind of old school a little bit too, and so there's some things I had to stop and say, you know what, maybe it's okay for them to have their phones out before the game, and I just have to have a certain time, and I just had to adjust with this group. This group, they love TikTok. They love to sing and dance and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, you cannot get prepared for a game, singing and dancing like that. But if they go out and play on the field, I need to sit up. I need to just be quiet. But the biggest difference, man, and I never even really thought about that, Vert. I know Coach Otis had that group, and Coach Otis we didn't really have to worry about discipline with that group, right?
Nope.
Like we just showed up to coach. And so the biggest difference I think is with that 2016 team. They just they were so hungry, man. We didn't really have to get on them a lot. You know what I'm saying? They just showed up to play football, and they had a lot of great leaders on that team. This team right here is more of not a true leader. We have maybe 2 or 3 true leaders, but it's like they're so laid back, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they're definitely not like the 2016 group, but they're more laid back. And so if they go out there and perform, I just need to be quiet and let them do what they do, and go from there. But that's the biggest difference, I think. Like just they're more serious with that 2016 group. This team right here, they don't take it serious at all, man. They just feel like they're gonna take care of business when they step on the field.
Coach, that's one thing I noticed too. This summer I was hearing them talking, and they was talking. And I was like, man, this team got a lot of confidence, man. I can only attribute that to you because, you attribute the team's persona to the head coach.
Right.
And so congratulations and kudos to you, man, because you're putting a very confident team on the field each week. We've seen you fall behind a couple times, but it's like there's no give up. Nobody's putting their head down. Everybody is still focused and still playing and fighting through it, man. Testament to you and your staff, coach, man. That's huge because, like I said, I've seen some games in the past where Ramsey would put their head down, and I don't see that.
Yeah, I want to again. It goes like you said. It goes back to our coaching staff too. If you know our coaching staff, all of them are like cool, laid back guys. Even myself, we're not like the rah-rah guys. We just kind of laid back, and I think they do feed off us because we don't let nothing get to us. Like, come on, man, we've been here before. Like, we're at Ramsey. Y'all know we got some stuff that we got to overcome at Ramsey every day. And so I think it's building their character. I think they're definitely going to be strong young men that's going to take care of their responsibilities when they leave here. I always tell them all the time, I don't want to have any deadbeats that leave me. I want my boys to leave being men of God and just going out and just being the best people they can be and be productive in our neighborhood. So that's what I really want from them.
Well, Coach, you're preparing for a week. Today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
You're in between a day of really just, putting the pieces together and Friday and Thursday.
Right.
How do you feel the preparation has been and getting the guys focused and just living in this moment? How do you think your preparation with only one day left?
Right.
How do you feel?
I really feel good, man. Again, this is at the end. And so we've gone through so much throughout this whole season. And just as far as the preparation, man, again, I lean on my coordinators, and they do such an awesome job. And the only thing that I had to ask a lot of questions about, I just call a lot of head coaches, because as a coordinator, you just go in with your mind set on just what plays we're going to run and how we're going to adjust and blah, blah, blah. But as the head coach, there are some extra things. Where are we going to stay? What are we going to eat? You know what I'm saying? What's our itinerary for the week? You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that I had to make sure I called a lot of coaches. And I called all the GOATs around here. I did talk to Coach LeBeau. Shout out to LeBeau. I hit him up. Coach, what all that you do. And he gave me some great information that I think that's going to help us out also. That's going to be prepared. That's going to help us prepare for this team that we're playing.
Hey, Coach, you keep talking about your coaches, man. Go ahead and shout your coaches out, man. We want to know who they are, man.
Yes, sir. So I got I'll start with Coach Clarence Williams. That's my OC, man, and Coach has been unbelievable, y'all. If y'all don't know Coach C. Will, man, he really loves what he do, and he's that type of coach where he's kind of like me a little bit, man. It's like when it comes to if I give you something, he's gonna go the extra mile. He's gonna do something extra. You know what I'm saying? So he's that guy. Um, Under him, I have Coach May, our quarterback coach, man. His first year here, and he's been dynamic. It's been really good with coaching the quarterbacks. Then we have Coach Thornton, and all these guys came from Shays Valley. They're Shays Valley grads. We got Coach West, who played at Shays Valley. Then he played with Jameis Winston back in Town. So he's my receiver coach. He's been awesome for us this year. And, of course, y'all know Cedric Blair, my guy Cedric Blair, who I can't tell you. I was listening to you guys earlier, man. Like, it just means so much for me, man, for Coach Blair to finally, get to this point, man. Being coaching for so long, man, and finally getting to this point. So I'm so happy for that guy. And then we have Coach Lilly, who's our other O-line coach that came from Fairfield. And so Lilly brings a lot of energy. If you know Coach Lilly, he's going to have a lot of energy every day. I had to kind of get on him a little bit, just a little bit, because I was like, hey, Lilly, we're not at Fairfield now. Like, hey, we're at Ramsey. There are certain things we can't say around here, you know what I'm saying? But Lilly does bring a lot of energy here. Then on the defensive side, we got Coach Bevel, man. Coach Bevel, man, and if you've watched our games, he has talent, but they have to be in position. And he does an unbelievable job with adjustments, y'all. And he teaches like he's a really good teacher. I've learned a lot defensively just from listening to him and getting his meetings. I'm like, oh wow, there's some stuff that I didn't even pick up on that I wish I knew year before last. But anyway, you have Coach Dobbs, who also brings a lot of energy. That's our DB coach. You got Coach Goodwin, who's our linebacker coach. You got Coach Holloman. Both of those guys, Holloman and Coach Goodwin, are really smart young coaches too, man. So they're those guys that's gonna stay on that huddle, and they're gonna try to find every little thing that team's doing, and they're gonna make sure they let us know how we're gonna attack it. So there's some really good coaches. And then round it off, we got Coach Reese. And Coach Reese, again, y'all know his pedigree, man. He played at Auburn. He came into this thing like, man, I'm just a dad, man. I'm not really a coach, y'all, but he is a coach. Like Coach has really turned it up, man. He really has. He's sharp now. I think Coach Langford helped him out a lot the year before when he was here. And so he picked up a lot of stuff with Coach Langford. But, man, Coach Reese, man, I was just listening to his meeting the other day, man, and he's sharp. And so if you see how those D linemen are playing, he makes sure they stay where they're supposed to be. They line up where they're supposed to be. Only thing got to work on is a couple of them jumping off sides every now and then. But other than that, I do like their aggressiveness. So, man. But and then we got Coach Wyndham and Coach L, man. Coach L, again, opened his doors up. Of course, y'all know about the fire and everything at Ramsey. So he opened his doors up, say, hey, we got you. So we're taking that bus over there to Coach L, and he did everything he was supposed to do, man. And then we got Coach Wyndham, who's here at the school also with our strength and conditioning. So overall, man, I've been blessed, man, to have a great staff, and I just want to make sure that we put everything together that we learned from our past, and let's try to bring this thing back to Birmingham, man. That's the goal.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Congratulations to you and your staff, man. We appreciate everything y'all have done and continuing to bring in tradition. Also, man, I told the guys this. They didn't know. They like, oh, I didn't know that. Some of them didn't know this. And I asked QB and Ryan. They were like, he gonna tell me, oh, I forgot.
What did he say?
I told him, I was like, because Chuck Willis came and spoke to the guys at Manhood Monday. On Monday. And so Chuck coached at West End in 93, going to the championship. Yep. Wow. So we were talking about the history of Birmingham City Schools in the championship.
Right.
And because Chuck was there, and I was like, Chuck coached Coach Reese.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Reese is going to be the first player to play in the championship and coach in the championship from Birmingham City Schools.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that. I just thought about that too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because who did they lose to? Who did they lose to?
They lost to Central Phoenix City.
It was
12 to
Phoenix
7.
City.
12-7.
I remember that.
Coldest football game ever at Legion
Yes,
Field.
sir. Legion
was
Field.
so
I remember
cold.
that game. I was there. Because I want to say Just Lanier played that game that year too, didn't they? That
That
same
was,
year.
that was 6A championship.
That
right
was
there.
6A.
Yeah, but that was a 6A championship. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
Just Lanier was 6A back then too.
Yeah, I remember.
Just Lanier won in 90. That was 90. They had that big old line.
Yep. Jaja.
Somebody big.
Yeah, man.
Jaja.
So, man, you got all the plans, everything ready. Y'all leaving. Tell about the Ram walk and what to expect Thursday for the fans coming down.
Right. So for the fans on Thursday, they're having a Ram walk. So we're leaving our hotel and we're gonna get escorted by the police. And then the Ram walk really is kind of like the Tiger Walk. If you ever been to an Auburn game where the team walk through and all your fans on the side and they walk us through the stadium. And I think it's gonna be big for our guys because there's nothing like seeing all your supporters and all your fans out wishing you on. It helps motivate you. I remember our walk in 2016, man, just to see all the fans out because during the game we're so locked in. You know what I'm saying? We don't get a chance to even look sometimes at our people who are there to support us, but it really means a lot for our guys. So if you guys will make it in and check out that Ram walk, I want to say it's I'll have to let you know the exact time. I want to say it's like 4:45, I think, something like that. So yeah, please come on out, support our guys. And
the former coaches, all the former coaches, they all sat at the game last week. They were all sitting together, man. Flip, Bush, Peak, Robert, Denmark, all of them sitting up there, man, and they was having some conversations. And man, this conversation came up. I got one more question. Which locker room we in, Coach?
All right, so I'm so happy. I'm so happy you said that. Because I was going to tell our guys exactly about what happened in 2016. So I'm happy that we're going to be in the visitors' locker room. And for the people who don't understand this, Auburn has not updated their visitors' locker room since like 1950. So if you can imagine what the stalls looked like back in the 1950s, there's no doors on the stalls. Everything is wide open, and it's just. It's Ramsey, believe it or not. I hate to say it like that, but you know, when you don't have some of the things that everybody else have, they're so happy with all that stuff. But man, we are happy with whatever we have. We're not in there all day anyway, so we're gonna show up, man.
They make you walk through Auburn locker room.
Yes,
go to the raggedest locker room you ever seen in your life.
Yes, but what Coach O said, "Hey, we're at home, baby."
Yeah,
we're at home, baby. So I mean,
I must have to use the bathroom. He said, "Hey, somebody stand right here and block him so I can use the bathroom."
I remember that. So yeah, man, it's that don't faze us, man. Like, come on, we've been through so much here at Ramsey, man. None of that fazed us, man. So again, I'm happy that we did have the away locker room. So when we go out, man, we're gonna put on a show. I feel our boys are prepared, and I feel like we're gonna take care of business.
Hey, we agree. We agree. I picked Ramsey to win it all too. And hey, y'all ain't disappointed. Y'all ain't disappointed me, Coach, man. Real talk, man. We so proud of the program that you are building, and man, we so proud of you. Like I said, you know you had adversity and controversy and whatever that didn't happen. Man, all that is moot, man. We just we're so proud, man. As Ramsey fans, Ramsey teachers, former coaches, man, we are proud that you are keeping this program going, man. Because like I said, man, I haven't seen anything like the Ramsey program in Birmingham City. You know, being around Birmingham the last 30 years, you know, some success at Ensley, some success at Parker. Woodlawn went to the semifinals, but nobody has done what Ramsey has done these past 10 years, man. And you've been right there, a testament to it, running the offense and now calling all the shots, man. So big ups to you, man. Big ups to Coach Jackson, man. Claps all around for Coach.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all,
big game clap, baby.
I appreciate y'all, man, for this opportunity.
And man, we've actually been covering all the games. And when I tell you the last 2 weeks, made us look like the media team of the East, baby. We have, and that's because the brand and the people are on it. You know, it's man. Listen, do what you do.
Yeah.
And I already know where you are in your faith, and testament to the community effort last week, the community service project.
Oh yeah.
And so, you know, just from the conversations we've had and me knowing the things that you like to do as far as mentorship, don't forget that will catch up and pay off, and you'll see it on the field on Thursday, man. They're gonna remember that. Man.
Yes,
Super duper happy for you, man. Super duper proud. So win one.
Yes, sir.
1-0, baby.
1-0 from now, baby. 1-0.
We appreciate you for coming
Appreciate
on,
you,
Coach.
man.
We know your week is
Get out of here,
man.
super duper busy, and so to take these 15
Yes,
20 minutes
sir.
out to join Birmingham Let's Talk Sports and just share, and super duper proud of you and your staff. Shout out to all the coaches. I don't want to leave anybody out by name. Shout out to the trainers, chaplains, cheerleaders, managers.
I gotta say a shout out to
everybody.
I gotta say a shout out to our administration too.
There it is. I was coming down the list.
Hey, Dr. Walker, my guy, Coach Benjamin, Mr. Kemp. Like again, I don't think y'all kind of understand sometimes, man. Like it was a lot of on the job training, and so they have really been helpful, man. Because of course I was doing some things. I'm like, okay, I thought that was the right thing to do, but they've really been helping me out a lot. So shout out to them. One more big shout out to Legion Field, y'all. All the people at Legion Field, I don't know if y'all knew about this last year, but there were times where they wouldn't cut the lights on for us. And so we couldn't, when it got dark, daylight saving times, we had to go to Lawson and things like that. But they have a new staff now, and this entire group have been awesome. Like anytime, if we went to practice in the morning, they were opening the doors up. Thanksgiving, they opened the doors up for us. So huge shout out for our Legion Field and their whole entire staff. So I'm really thankful for them.
I was trying to get down to everybody, Coach, because I you know, when you start calling out professions and professionals and names, so I was gonna come all the way down the list. I got a shout out. I got a couple more real quick.
Okay.
Shout out to your photography crew.
Okay.
Miss Fran and her son.
Oh yeah.
All of the people. Again, I'm trying not to do names.
Man, the Ramsey Facebook IG page, man. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
It's been big. It's been big.
Shout out to all your web creators and designers. But huge shout out to the team moms. One time for the team moms and the team dads. For your continuous support.
All of our parents.
All y'all. And
all of our parents. Awesome.
Man, we gotta go take care of this so we can have this parade, man. Let's go get it, baby.
We're gonna be live at the parade too, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We're ready.
Well, man, Godspeed to you, brother.
We appreciate it, Coach.
You know we love you, man.
Y'all be safe on that road tomorrow, Coach.
Appreciate you, man. Hey, happy for the opportunity, fellas.
Thank you, sir. Win one, baby.
Win one,
sir.
Baby. Love you.
Y'all have a good one, man.
All right, Coach.
Love y'all too, man.
Man, that was big, man. That's big, John.
Big time. Appreciate Coach Jackson for sliding through in a busy week.
No, he busy. No, he busy.
I know it. He probably right in the study right now. It looked like he was.
Nah, he was in Walmart. I'm telling you, he was in Walmart buying Gatorades. So shout out to Coach for coming on, man. We know he busy.
So, man, just got to win one. But as we get ready to exit, man, let's do the comparison real quick. What you got?
All right, comparison, man. Some folks are going to be mad, but I ain't never care about that. But yeah. So shout out. I've watched both teams up close. We said we're gonna do a position by position breakdown of 16 and 22. All right. So 2016 versus 22. Quarterback position. Quarterback for 2022, you got Cam Keenan and you got Tramel Washington. A very good duo. They have led Ramsey to the most points scored in school history. Shout out to Coach Clarence Williams, OC. I already told Clarence, I said, I know you're going for 600 points come Thursday. Because they about 30-something points away from scoring 600 points for the first time in school history. So don't be surprised if you see Ramsey get a good little late touchdown to make sure we get 600 points on the season. All that being said, I'm going Benico Harley, quarterback for 2016. I take Benico. He was a Super 12 player, MVP of the state championship game. And if you know anything about Ramsey football, you can't even talk about Ramsey football without talking about Benico Harley. All right, so I go Benico at QB.
Okay.
All right, let's look at the running backs. Running backs. 2016, you had a three-headed monster who played running back. You had BJ Jamarcus Ellison. Also had Thomas Rabowski, who played the H position, caught a lot of passes out the backfield, but also ran the ball from the backfield. And then we had Kobe Belcher, who was injured. He wound up getting injured that year, but Kobe ran the ball very well for us when he played. All right. All that being said, I'm going 2022 because that boy Ashton is the real deal. You hear me? He the best back I've seen come through Ramsey. I've already said that previously before, so I'm not going to change that now. I think what he brings through for these past 3 years, what he has done, man, has just been remarkable. I just can't wait to see him in the off season and get stronger and see how recruitment goes next year, going into his senior year, man. So I'm taking 2022 on the running backs. All right. Wide receivers. 2016. Matter of fact, hey, I coached the wide receivers in 2016. I got a ring to say so. You hear me? But we had Janori Parrish, Therese Rutledge. We had to utilize some defensive players in our receiving position because we wasn't as seasoned at the receiver position. So Cordell Jackson came over to play receiver a lot for us in big situations, as well as Starlin Jackson. I'm sorry, I don't know how I forgot Josh Horn. My bad. And Josh Horn, but Josh Horn made second team All State that year in 16. And like I said, Starlin Thomas would come over and play receiver for us too. All right. But I'm just gonna be real. Those guys can't do what is being done right now. 2022, I give them the nod on the receivers, led by Jalen Jones, Christian Stinson, Jacob Andrews, Tremere Washington, Jaquil Malone, Montez Dunson. The receiver core from 2022 is much more talented than the 2016 group. They're just more talented, and they got some stats and numbers to prove it too. They score at will.
Got your other Bush says school record holders and all stats. Josh Horn.
He loves Josh Horn. He loves Josh Horn.
Bush.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We all love Josh Horn, but nobody loves Josh Horn like Chaz Bush does. And come on, Chaz. Come on. Come on, Chaz. I'm telling you, Josh Horn cannot do what Jalen Jones does. He can't even do what Christian Stinson does. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. You know, we're gonna be real with that thing, man.
All
right. Offensive line.
O-line.
All right. So, man, this O-line right here is very talented. I'm talking about they're so talented, man. They only have one senior. You got two seniors who play. Bradley Stoves, but majority is Anthony Miles is the one senior who plays the majority of the O-line and been there for the past couple of years. Got some good guys, Noah Sanders, Nunu, Ryan Reese. All right, those guys are great. But if you know anything about the 2016 team,
but
the offensive line was the best unit on the team.
Yes, sir.
We had four guys go D1 off that offensive line.
That line
one went to Southern, one went to Mercer, one went to Central Florida, and Matthew Kenty went to Tennessee Tech. So we had four guys off that line that went D1, and they were the vital point of our team that season. I'm literally telling you, I watched our O-line make defenses quit. We played JO. They had two big-time D1 players. They had Junior Miller, who went to Auburn, and TD Moultrie, who went to Auburn. Junior Miller quit. I watched him tap out and asked coach to come out the game. And TD Moultrie, after we beat them, he went on Twitter and said, Ramsey has the best O-line I've ever seen. They will win state. He was the first person from another team who gave us a state title because they gave it to him all night. Do you hear me? Listen to me. So I'm taking 16 O-line. So
I gotta add in the
What you got?
center was the valedictorian.
and the center was the valedictorian, and he graduated
Currently in
from
med.
Howard, and he's currently in medical school. Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
part.
we going with 16 O-line.
All right, 16. As a core, I'm with you. No argument for me. All right, Bush. Appreciate you. So that's the offense.
So it was QB 16, O-line 16,
Right.
running backs 22,
22. And
receivers.
receiver 22.
Okay, so that's tied up right there.
Yeah, 50-50 on
It's tied up.
All right.
All right.
Da-da-da-da.
D-line.
D-line.
D-line goes to 2022. Man, the 2022 D-line, man, it is amazing, cuz. Like Caleb Patterson, DeMarcus Wynn, Dylan Robinson, and Cam Carson. Man, they ball out every play, man. They don't take plays off.
They don't take plays off.
They all fit the bill, man. They tough. All of them sitting around with double-digit tackles for loss. DeMarcus Wynn and Caleb Patterson both got double-digit sacks. It is crazy, man. Double-digit tackles for loss. I've had this conversation already, Bush. I know the 2016 D-line was tough. All right, you had Jalen Gladney, who was first-team All-State. Matthew Kenty, who started for 4 years on the D-line. But you got to understand that I was there. I know Carlos Hudson played on the end. And Carlos Hudson is smaller than me. All right. And I know Chum was very tough, but Chum, Jacoby Hawkins started in the state championship game for us, and he's like 5'2", 5'3". I mean, I'm just gonna be real. All right. So I'm going with 2022 on the D-line. They get the nod on the D-line.
We got a caller. Viewer says 2022 can pressure the QB with just the front four. I agree. And that's the difference for me in going 22 over 16. I'm definitely with you on the O-line, and I'm definitely with you on the D-line. This D-line right here is nasty.
Yes, sir.
Nasty.
Linebackers.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
All I gotta say is
QB Reese.
QB Reese.
QB
QB
Reese.
Reese
No.
is the best linebacker to ever come through Ramsey. Hands down.
Okay, Chad. I pick
16, we had some tough linebackers. We had Wisenhunt, who went on to Troy, played at Troy, played at Charlotte. You had Tyler Talbert. What's my boy name? Was the other valedictorian? He was valedictorian the next year. I can't even think of my boy name. Anyway,
come on, Chad.
You had Austin Brundage. All right, Austin Brundage. Brundage. QB Reese. Dante Deloach. That's his name. Dante Deloach. So check this out, man. Ramsey football team won all these games and it had 2 valedictorians. Wow. That's wild too, man. That's wild.
So that's the part that don't nobody want to say.
Yeah. The year we won the championship, we had the valedictorian.
Because you got people.
He was the center.
You got people that'll say, well, they just jocks. No. No. And I have an opportunity to teach them as well. No dummies.
Yeah. So just being real, I'm taking 2022 linebacker. Right. Marquell Patterson, Jermaine Parker, Murphy Adam, but more than all that, QB Reese make all the tackles anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Number six, probably.
Slide.
I ain't gonna say probably.
Slide
arguably, number 6, arguably the best player in 5A.
Yes, sir. I agree. Secondary. Okay, so this one is tough because let me tell you something. The 2022 secondary is deep. They are that deal. They are deep. Man, they go about 7-8 deep on players. You hear me? They like real talk. 2022 secondary has played like 8 different guys in the secondary. Fletcher Taylor, O'Connor Jones, James Jones, Zedric Powell, Jamarcus Jones, Jermaine Foy. Man, like they are balling back there, man, making plays, getting turnovers, coming down, tackling, hitting, and it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like what they have done is amazing. But I'm going 2016 on secondary. Man, you had Starlin Thomas,
who's
a 4-year starter at UAB All-American. Cordell, who's a 2-time All-American at Austin Peay. Jeffrey Battle, who started for 3 years at North Alabama. Sedarius Doss, who starts at Austin Peay. You had Deshaun Oliver, who started and played at UAB. Man, that secondary was
nasty. They were nasty, bro.
They were nasty, man. I'm going 16 on secondary. You know what I'm saying? I'm going 16 on secondary. Even though 2022 secondary is very, very loaded. You hear me? They are loaded. But 2016 secondary, man.
My boy Day got a pick against Alabama, boy. You know what I'm saying? He ain't picking in an Alabama game, but it ain't raw.
Yeah. So that's the offense and the defense. Special teams.
See, to me, Vert, that 16, they were physical with the contact. They make it tap out. Like I done seen them guys make folks tap out, and not taking away from 22. I just ain't seen that. I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna hit this running back or this pulling person. They trying to make everybody tap out at 16. That's what I saw.
Well, like they were very aggressive and very serious.
Super.
Like they go back to what Coach Jackson was saying about that's that oldest training. You know what I'm saying? Well, I really have no fear. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about Otis. He preaches, not having fear, and so they played heartless. You know what I'm saying? Fast and violent.
Fast and violent.
Yeah, 16 was fast and violent, man. I remember we had a big stop in the championship game with 4th and 1 at the end of the game and stuffed it up. That's how the game ended. We got the ball back and took a knee.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, run down. 16 only got the secondary, so we got 2022 on the line,
front seven,
linebackers,
front seven,
and the back end for 16. So that gives the nod to 2022 because that's 2 position groups more than the other side.
Now I'm gonna take 16 on special teams. That ain't even no question. Hey, to be honest, man, Josh Horn could kick the ball. We actually kicked the field goal in the championship. You know what I'm saying? Like Josh Horn kicked one in the ship. I remember the guy saying, we didn't even know Ramsey could kick. Yes, you did. Punter, Benico Harley was the punter, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. We were playing Hueytown. It was 4th and 18. Benico ran for a first down. You know what I'm saying? Just like, hey, it is what it is.
In the championship game, special teams was huge.
Yeah.
Special teams was huge in the championship game. So
yeah, it was.
Okay.
Had that fake punt in the championship game.
It was a fake
punt.
It was a fake.
That boy threw the ball to the tackle. I was talking to a player from 16 yesterday, and he did not know this. I said, man, that was an illegal play. I said, he said, who called that fake punt? I said, Benico and Deshaun. He said, what? I said, Deshaun told Benico to throw him the ball. He's going to be wide open. I said, of course you're going to be open if you the tackle. Hey, man, the ref didn't throw the flag. Their coach was so mad. He talked about it in the paper after the game. Dog, we threw the ball to a man who was covered up, man. Hey, boy, Deshaun got to go sit in the chair with the MVPs.
Oh, y'all crazy. Somebody said illegal. Oh, Jamar.
It was all illegal. Hey, man, shout out to Deshaun and Benico for calling that. Dog, without back to the goal, but we're like on the 15-yard line, but he boy ran a fake punt
It worked.
on their own.
It worked though. Illegal and all, it worked.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Well, y'all
Man.
wildin', boy.
Yeah. So shout out to the special teams.
He said, man, just shout out to me, don't move. Oh boy, these players is in here. They
And
wild.
so yeah, that's it. And then what else we look at? Coaching.
Coaching.
It's a tie.
Ding.
I'm going tie. I'm going push on the coach. All right, we're going push.
Okay, well,
We're gonna push.
I'm going until tomorrow. So when we come back for the wrap up, I'm going Ruben because he got it.
I say 16 because 16, we didn't know what we was doing. You understand what I'm saying? We had no blueprint, no nothing.
Yeah.
I'm be honest with you.
Oh,
I sometimes you be like, we're gonna win the championship, and we break it down on state, and I'm sitting there going, ain't no team from Birmingham ever won no championship. We be breaking it down on state, and I'm telling you, Coach Nelson didn't believe it either. I'm listening to me. I'm telling you, this going back into the sideline. After we won in the 4th round, we beat Austin. Coach Nelson looked at me and he said, "Hey, did we just win?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "We going to the championship?" I said, "Yeah." Hey, we couldn't even believe it.
hey, that's that shock. That's that shock and all right there.
Oh, man, we couldn't believe it, man.
What's up, Coach Lee, man? Thank you for joining in. So, yeah, man, y'all wilding tonight, boy. Great show, man. We appreciate again to all our sponsors, Tarver Solutions, YE Young Entrepreneurs, the YE Hub, and Chicken Therapy. Thank you for sponsoring the show this year. To all of our viewers, man, thank y'all so much. Y'all made this super duper fun. We've had a blast covering not only this team, but covering all the teams in the city and the county that look like us, walk like us, talk like us, and play like us. And we're just thankful. I'm grateful for just this blueprint and be able to get to the games, to get the guys, and for the amazing viewership that you've all allowed us to share. Thank you for sharing, liking, tagging, and all the above. And so we got to get to the predictions, Coach. We got you. We're just trying to get our ass in real quick. Wife said, I lost my keys that night.
Yeah. And mine, man. Lost the key, man. I'm talking about. Yeah, man.
I'm talking about way down.
I had a long night after the minor game, boy.
Woo. But okay, 1 through 7. Let's go. Definitely gonna do 5, 6, 7. Definitely gonna do 5, 6, 7.
All right. So where you gonna start at then, John? What you going 7, 1, or what? 1?
Let's go 1 up.
All right. 1A, we have Leroy versus Pickens County.
Leroy catching bullets with your teeth.
Please.
Nigga, please. Pickens County, baby.
You got who? Pickens.
Pickens County.
Pickens County. I'm taking Pickens County too. Shout out to Charles Anthony, our former principal at Midfield. I'm going Pickens County.
All right. I'm trying to get this. Okay, we behind the scene on this one. Let's take that comment down. All right, you got it.
All right. 2A, BB Comer and Fife.
Give me Fife.
I'm definitely going Fife. Fife has won 4 championships in a row. All right, going Fife. Number 3A, St. James versus Piedmont.
Going Piedmont.
Definitely going Piedmont. Piedmont has won 4 titles in the last 6 or 7 years. All right, 4A. This is a surprise. I lost both of these games. I had Montgomery Catholic and Aniana playing in the ship.
Yeah.
And then they both lost.
Both
Andalusia and Cherokee County.
Ooh, I'm going to go. I'm gonna keep it with the C's.
See, I'm going Andalusia. I'm going
I
Andalusia.
figured that, but
Yeah, I'm taking Andalusia. Hey man, I saw this, man. They had a fight after the Cherokee County and Aniana game.
Coach Lee, me and Coach Lee on the same page. You and Tarver, Cherokee. Okay, I see your Petway, Shaw.
Hey, check the Birmingham Let's Talk page. I shared the article. Cherokee and Aniana got into a fight. Some of the parents and the coaches and all them people got to fighting after the game. And yeah, the police chief of Cherokee County was punched in the face. No, the police chief of Aniana was punched in the face by the husband of one of the police officers, sheriff officer from Cherokee County. And it's a big old controversy down there right now. He's filing charges and everything. Like, wow. So check that out.
Wow.
Yes, that's my boy, Cody Blanchard. Shout out to Cody Blanchard, man. Shout out to his dad, Fran Blanchard. That's one of my homeboy, Cody Lee. He was the former baseball coach at Cherokee County. And yeah, man, his son, Cody Blanchard, former Mr. Football,
Yes,
Cherokee County. Came out 2010, buddy. I thought we was gonna play them. I was watching film on them back when I was at midfield. That was Justin senior year. And we wound up losing in the third round to Dessler. And we didn't play them in the fourth round. And they went on to win the ship.
Wow. So we got 5A, Charles Henderson, and Ramsey.
Man, let me show y'all this right here. Look, let me show y'all this before they got the predictions on here. This is what they got Ramsey predicted to win versus Charles Henderson. It's the biggest, most lopsided game of the Super 7. They have Ramsey predicted to win by 21 points over Charles Henderson. Wow. See, last time we were not the favorite last time going down there.
Exactly.
We were the underdog. But look at here. Look how things have changed.
Well,
I'm taking Ramsey big.
we already got the Ramsey Hill winning the bill. Coming back and had that parade.
6A, Sarah Land versus Mountain Brook. I'm not going with the home team. I'm going Sarah Land.
Sarah Land here.
I'm going Sarah Land.
Auburn and Thompson.
And the 7A, I'm taking Auburn at home. Auburn at home. Like I said, we watched Auburn and Thompson play a few years ago in the state title at Alabama. And Auburn had some miscues late in the game, block punt, and some other things that happened that just blew their game for them. And Thompson snuck away with a win. It won't happen this time. I'm taking Auburn.
Okay. I'm running with Thompson.
Okay, that's what's up.
Going home team here. I don't know. Just going home team. Just running that hitch.
Gotcha.
So Thompson on the 7 for me. I'm figuring Auburn is probably the favorite, but just roll the home team. I've got a couple of these little shakeups. You know, I kind of pick them in this, and then when they happen, I'll be like, wow. So I just like doing the devil's advocate sometimes.
There's a lot of championships on that sideline of that 7A game, man. With Keith Etheridge and Mark Freeman. Hey, man, them guys, them boys got some championships in the cabinet, buddy. You hear me?
Yeah. So going with the coach that has
y'all do know Thompson got an 8th grade quarterback, right?
We understand that.
Okay.
They won last week, though.
Okay, then I got you.
Okay. I'm just saying they won last week.
I got you.
And
hey, that's it, man. Y'all drop them predictions. We got them in there.
I see y'all, man. Come on, put them predictions in there so we can save it.
They put them up
the chat.
I think everybody took Rams.
Everybody took the home team. I got Coach Lee on the Thompson. Okay, all right. Everybody else is on Auburn. What Tarver Auburn was giving Thompson that mark. Okay. All right. So where you at? Thompson on Tarver on Thompson and Auburn. Where you at? Did he already say?
He got family to play for Auburn. He taking Auburn.
Okay, well, understand. Well, man, huge. He got Auburn. Yeah, I figure. Okay, Coach. No big. We just trying to see. So that's our predictions. Drop your predictions in the chat so we can save this and go back for our last and final review when we come back with the blue maps and recap the last game of the 2022 season. It's been fun, man.
Hey man, we're gonna have a parade, man. We're gonna do the Birmingham Let Talk parade. It's gonna be like
I said we're gonna come back for the map.
That
That probably won't be Tuesday.
We'll be sitting up there, and here comes the WJ Christian football teams that come through.
Piedmont, yeah, we got Piedmont too. Petway Shaw.
Jack Hayes, baby, Jack Hayes.
Been telling folks about Saraland since August. You have, Coach. You got me on the Saraland trail. Pickens County, Auburn by 10. Wow. Okay, Bush. You saying Auburn by 10 too? Okay, I'm going for the pop up on Thompson. We'll see. So, man,
hey, man. So real talk, man. You brought up something earlier, man, and hey, man. I just before we get out of here, man. Shout out to this football team, man, for Ramsey, man. Coach Bush was there with us.
He was.
Coach Bush was with us that day. We went over there to Hewtown with these guys when they were JV players, and man, they put on a show. Man, I can see the fight and the dog in them, man. These guys they were battling, man, and you could just see how good a football team they were going to be. We told them that day that they had what it takes to win a championship.
They had the sauce.
And I'm just glad to see it come to fruition. Man, shout out to Coach Jackson and his staff for keeping these guys together, putting in the plan, executing it. And man, go Rams, man. Let's get this ring. Y'all know the Andrews house. We need another ring in the house. Let's get this ring. Even if it got the ugly R on it.
Man, I know we got to skedaddle. I got to say this. And everybody that's on this live, y'all hear me. I got to say this because this kind of upsetted me program wise. I don't understand why our district did not broadcast that game on last week. We got to do better. Got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. We got to do better, Birmingham. There's no way that our broadcast was not that BCS Under the Light should have not been dark on one of the biggest games of the year. We know NFHS is going to cover this championship game, but I don't understand why Birmingham City Schools, who has pumped all this money into their media team and brought over one of the best media coverage guys in the city, who was at the game, but our broadcast was not at the game. We got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. Can we do better? We cannot start talking about competing with over-the-mountain teams, and we're not even supporting our boys in this way. So shout out to Birmingham Let's Talk for bringing viewership. Over 4,000 people viewed. We got to do better, Birmingham. You got to do better. I say this in love. You got to do better. There's no way that we didn't have that game covered on our webpage. There's no way. So,
hey, what about these teams having identical records too? 8-2 regular season, chance to finish the season 13-2. Both teams were the previous year, they were the 4th seed, came back the next year, won the region, and then won it all. Man, these teams, I'm talking about these teams are so closely comparisons, you know what I'm saying? Or comparable to each other, man. It's amazing.
And Coach Lee, that's my problem. They did do an awesome job. And, you know, you got to go and take that step to greatness, man. We got to go and take that step towards greatness. You don't get these opportunities every time. You just don't. They don't come around that often. So there's no way we should not have made that game the next biggest thing. Because NFHS, we don't have a camera system out there. So you got to fill in the gap. You got to know what's going on. So whoever dropped the ball, I need you to get on the ball next time. Because they'll be back. You hear me?
Y'all know Ramsey is full of juniors, right? He'll be back next year. Let's go.
So,
Hey, the whole team juniors.
yeah, whatever we got to do to make that happen, y'all. I'm just saying. And last but not least, did I not call Hugh Freeze to Auburn? Did I not call it? Did I not call it last week? Hugh Freeze to Auburn. So,
Cadillac.
Cadillac got a promotion, but Freeze beating Saban 2 times was the pitch. I guarantee it. I don't know if it's a terrible hire, coach.
This man's still being investigated at the school he just left from. They had people who was investigating him. The people who made the charges, like one of the girls, she tweeted 3 days ago to Auburn, like, please do not hire this guy.
Hey,
okay,
I'm gonna say it like this right here. I
the man
preach, but I'm not
fired 2 jobs and then vacated 27 games so far already in his career.
I'm gonna say this right here.
Okay.
He has served his punishment, just like a person has been in prison. So we're not gonna sit here and go back and forth with bringing up the past, because I'm a pastor, but I'm not perfect.
I'm talking about, look, hold on. These charges are current. He got current investigation going on.
He got fired from the job too.
No, I'm talking about at Liberty. I ain't talking about at Ole Miss. I'm talking about at Liberty.
Oh, I didn't hear about the Liberty.
Yeah, that part. That's what I'm talking about.
Auburn hired, yeah, and Auburn did hire Bruce Pearl. And how is that working out for Auburn?
He's the equivalent of Bruce Pearl.
How is Auburn and Bruce Pearl working out?
Oh, it's a great hire for Auburn.
Oh, okay. And so we can talk about that other part on the other end, but they had to stop the bleeding. Do I wish they would have hired Cadillac? I do. And let him hire people around him for the right now, because again, the program is in a state of shock.
Man, Cadillac was a high school coach 3 years ago. No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Alabama State coach is 6-5. What a hurt quarterback.
That's not Auburn. That's not SEC. It's not the same.
I'm not saying it's SEC. This notion that you got to have experience to win. Leaders are God-given, I believe. You can't make leaders. So if he's got the other tangibles, there's too many people who have had you don't have the experience. Hey, if I didn't have the experience, if somebody didn't give me an opportunity, I wouldn't be a pastor. Amen. So for me, the experience, every job trains you. And even with the experience, that don't make you a good hire. I've been hired for jobs where there were people way more qualified than me. So that's how I feel about it. If it's for you and God is for you, it's for you.
Well, that mean it went for him.
I said, I wish. I'm not saying it was for him. Do I wish they would have hired?
Hey, man, I'm with you, coach.
Wow,
hey, coach, we got to get a speech class before he can be a head coach, man. He got to go speech there.
Y'all need to stop.
I'm serious.
Hold on. Y'all gonna get him. Y'all gonna get on him and don't get on Ed Orgeron.
Hey, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
He got a ring though. And he was never a coordinator.
Hey, Cadillac has only been a position coach for 3 years, man. He ain't.
I got you. But he played.
I got you.
That part. And we got coaches that got championships that never played the game. So
I'm just playing the game don't make you a good coach either. Though. We know that.
I get you. Just like being having a math degree don't make you a math teacher.
No,
but it sure does help. Man, listen, Chad. I heard the man talk, but I also heard him say 12 guys were led to Christ.
Man, that ain't. I got you, John. I feel you.
That's what. But
that is not what Auburn is looking for. I feel you.
I ain't say what they're looking for. I'm talking about on the field and off the field.
I hear your opinion. I just disagree. I don't think
you said Bill Belichick played lacrosse. I mean, I'm if you're gonna hire Hugh Freeze, which they did, you could have just kept the interim tag.
Cadillac can't do it. Cadillac can't do it. He just can't do it. I'm sorry. and that ain't got nothing to do with race or nothing. He just ain't got. He can't do it. He ain't it.
Man, y'all put too much value on experience. I'm telling you.
He ain't it.
Experience and education is not always the qualifier. I'll stick with that.
Listen, I understand what you're saying, but being a head football coach in the SEC is more than football. You know what I'm saying? Football is just on Saturdays, man. Them dudes are head coaches every day of the week, man. You got to go talk to alumni. You got to speak PR, public radio stations, man. I don't think he's prepared for all that. I just don't.
You hire PR firms. What are y'all talking about?
No, the head coach got to go to talk.
Dude, you hire a PR firm to give you talking points.
I got
you. Yeah, that's not a PR thing.
That's why you just hire a coach who can do it already. It's good.
That don't mean that they're gonna win though.
No, I feel you.
It's not automatic of catch. Hey, he got the experience. That's not an automatic.
You know, there's some rooms that Cadillac can't go in the state of Alabama, right?
Well,
hey, he can't go speak at all of them, cuz he can't go to Cubs to speak. I'm sorry, he can't go to the clubs they got. He can't go to all of them.
That don't have nothing to do with him. That just got something to do with the state.
Well, that part too, though.
Yeah, but and I don't even really want to get on the part about Auburn and Alabama and why people who don't like Alabama. I don't even want to get there because I'll put all y'all to shame with that argument. So Auburn is still behind the times on that part.
All of them are, man. All of them are.
But Auburn is way behind. When you look at the percentage of people down there, most of them play sports.
Yeah, that's cool. But Auburn, hey, everybody keeps saying Auburn would not hire a black coach. Guess what? Cadillac, he the first black head coach at Auburn. And guess what? We know they just had a black AD. They just had a black AD.
See, there we go with the minimum. No, until Auburn didn't put a black person on the field first, and they not going to put a black person behind the reins first. That's all I'm saying. So just that part right there. You know, they play more black players. They might do that now, but they won the first. We got, but yeah, he got a promotion. I'm happy for the kid, man. You know, I don't take none away. I'm just saying what I would have liked.
He's finna get all the experience he needs because he's gonna be up under Hugh Freeze, and Hugh Freeze gonna train him up. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. Hugh Freeze finna train him up, and then like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, Cadillac will be a head coach somewhere. Hugh Freeze will be the main person pushing Cadillac to go be a head coach at a D1 AA. You know why? Because he need Cadillac out of there so he can bring in who he want to be in there. He can't fire Cadillac right now. Auburn ain't finna let him fire Cadillac. That's why he made him the associate head coach so he can promote him up and promote him out so he can bring in his folk. That's what's gonna happen. Cadillac will be a head coach somewhere in 2 years.
Okay. So let me ask you this. If I coach high school, I'm a high school football coach, they give me the credence and qualifications to coach college?
A high school coach?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Not necessarily, but maybe sometimes. At least you have been a head coach and ran a program and understand some of the things that go with it.
Okay. Case closed. All right. Okay. You made your point. I'm gonna leave that right there.
Hey, like I told you, baby. Folk think just come in, you homeboy, that we gonna agree on everything. Dog, we don't agree on everything. And they know that. Definitely. They need to know.
Definitely not. Definitely not. But I've seen the head coaches from high school go to college and do well. I've seen one that's doing it right now. Dion, the prime time. Doing a pretty good job to me, coach. So
excellent speaker. Hey, Dion command every room he walk in. Excellent speaker.
Yeah. Most of the time as analyst, I get it. That's what I'm saying. Like, not the same as playing the game, though. To me, not the same. Analyst and playing the game that's equivalent to me. You know, it don't make them a nod. And there are plenty coaches, plenty that were not coordinators. I hear everybody say, you got to be a coordinator. Got to be. Nah, you don't have to be a coordinator. You just got to have, I think when you talk about programs, I think certain tangible leadership skills are the most important ingredient to a head coach, because your coordinators do a lot of the work. You're doing more administrative management, CEO type stuff. And you know, you got to have some PR game. You got to know what to say, what not to say. We saw that with prime time and that situation. But at the end of the day, you still got to learn. You still got to lose, and you still got to be able to win. So,
man, shout out to Auburn, though, man. They making moves, man. They got to do something. They got a long off season to get ready.
It did work for Malzahn, didn't it?
They got it, but Malzahn was an OC though first.
No, he was the OC at Tulsa.
Yeah, he was at
Arkansas.
Yeah, he was at Arkansas first.
Yeah.
They ran him off from Arkansas, and then he went to Tulsa. That's where he reinvented himself at Tulsa.
Yeah, he definitely did that. So I wasn't talking about Malzahn as being one of those examples, but I saw his name pop up. Forget Auburn, Bama to the playoffs.
Hey, Cecil Leonard. Cecil Leonard went from Parker to Miles.
Man, listen. Yeah. Sam Shade is that Miles.
End of the show. Thank you. Let's go. Wrap it up.
I'm just saying what I'm saying, man. But anyway, hey, y'all, we about to scatter out, man. It's 8:42. We'll catch y'all for Thursday and for the final review. Look for us for the parade. Come on in. Let us know how you feel. We appreciate them 4,000 viewers on Friday. Looking to see y'all on Thursday with that same supporting energy as we bring the blue map back to the hill. So, man, what's the outro, man? I've been.
I don't know. Was y'all able to hear the intro?
Yeah, I got it on my. I got to turn it on because you played it through your thing. I got you. You good? Go ahead.
You can hear that?
I got you.
All right. Well, go on, take us out with a word, and then we'll play that. We good.
All right. Father, we thank you for another day. We thank you for this opportunity, this broadcast, this avenue. We thank you for our guests tonight. We pray traveling grace and mercy over them as they travel to Auburn and prepare to compete at the highest level in the state championship game. We pray over every bus, every program and auxiliary that's connected to them to support them. We give traveling grace and mercy to our administrative teams and everyone that is going to be cheerleaders for this particular group of guys. God, we thank you for safety. We pray now for a continued decrease in the community as far as the crime. We thanking you for the advancement and the praise report that we can now say that crime has reduced over the last 30 days. So God, we thank you for that. And as we get ready to leave this place, never from the presence of your care, we ask you to keep us until we shall see each other again. It's an awesome, powerful name of Christ we pray. And let everybody say amen.
Amen. Amen.
I appreciate y'all tonight. All right. I appreciate y'all tonight. Turn that jam up to me, man. I appreciate y'all tonight.
New York, me and that. Are you talking rings?
Win one. Blue map to the hill. Shout out to y'all. We love y'all. Peace. Win one.